Beneath the endless white veil that cloaks Greenland, a secret world lies hidden, waiting to be revealed. From the very first pulse of ice-penetrating radar, satellites have whispered tales far beyond icy depths, tales of shapes and shadows that defy the expected, weaving a quiet mystery beneath the frozen surface. What might seem to the casual eye as mere ice and snow, immense and unchanging, is in fact a frozen archive, holding echoes of ancient stories and forgotten landscapes. Imagine vast structures, astonishingly precise in form, encased in layers of ice up to 3 kilometers thick. These are not random geological shapes, but patterns that challenge what we know about Earth's northernmost frontiers. It is here, buried deep beneath the glacier, that the question arises: what stories do these hidden structures tell? Could they be remnants of civilization swallowed by time and ice? Or are they the intricate handiwork of nature's own cryptic design? The allure lies in the unknown, in the silent spaces beneath the ice where history hides in shadow. From the cold silence of space, satellites equipped with ice-penetrating radar peer below the surface, revealing a strange hide-and-seek world of buried valleys, lakes, and surprisingly angular outlines. Each pulse of radar is like a note in a secret melody, composing an image that reshapes our understanding of Greenland. In this immense frozen desert, scientists are beginning to piece together a puzzle, one that might rewrite the story of human habitation, migration, and myth woven into the fabric of the Arctic. For centuries, Greenland has been shrouded in mystery and myth, a land at the edge of human knowledge and imagination. The Vikings, those seafaring Norse explorers, reached its shores over 1,000 years ago, but whispers of their presence linger in only fragments. What if they were not the first? What if before the skies chilled and glacier grew, ancient peoples made a home here, their stories lost beneath the ice? The satellite revelations hint at a landscape sculpted not just by ice, but by human hands and hopes. This journey beneath the ice is more than a scientific quest. It is a beckoning to wonder, to dream quietly while the world sleeps. It is an invitation into a place that time forgot, a place balanced between myth and science. As we embark on this exploration, we enter the delicate space where stories await rediscovery, where lost civilizations may whisper through the ice, and where the very earth beneath our feet holds secrets softly locked in frost. The shadows beneath Greenland's glacier are vast and patient. They keep quiet the movements of rivers long buried, the rise and fall of ancient mountains concealed beneath frozen skin. Yet, each satellite scan challenges us to listen closer, to see beyond the familiar, and to question the limits of our understanding. In these spectral forms, we find reflections of lost worlds, urging us to imagine the life that once filled this silent land. In the stillness of the polar night and the endless daylight seasons that follow, Greenland's ice sheet is both shield and storeroom, a living monument to Earth's past climates and civilizations. Here, the ice is not mere stone cold, it is a slow-moving memory, preserving traces of moments long gone but not forgotten. It is into this quiet archive that our gaze is drawn, beneath miles of frost where light fades but stories endure. As satellites chart the contours of Greenland's hidden terrain, they reveal mysteries etched in ice that defy simple explanation. Some formations exhibit haunting symmetry, edges sharply aligned, angles that suggest purpose rather than chance. Could these be the remnants of walls, corridors, or settlements that existed before the ice claimed them? Or are they natural sculptures created by forces of geology so ancient and subtle they mimic human design? The line between nature and history blurs beneath the ice. This is a place where myth and science meet at the edge of understanding. Traditions told by the Inuit speak of lands lost beneath the waves and ice, of giants and spirits sleeping under cold earth. Norse sagas tell of voyages seeking new homes beyond perilous seas, hinting at stories buried just as deeply as the ice. Each discovery under Greenland adds a verse to this quiet epic, inviting us into a narrative woven between fact and legend, chill and warmth, sleep and awakening. The ice that covers Greenland today is both shield and shroud. Beneath it, rivers run unseen, mountains stand silent, and life once thrived. As the ice retreats with warming climates, slowly the Earth may reveal its frozen secrets, reshaping our view of history and the human story in the Arctic. The structures found beneath ice invite us to ponder who came before, what was lost, and what might yet be found in this world suspended between sleep and discovery. So begins our quiet journey beneath the ice, a journey to listen to the whispers of glacier, to follow the faint traces of forgotten lives, and to sit softly with the mystery of Greenland's hidden structures. In the gentle unfolding of this narrative, may the serene reverie of discovery lead gently to sleep, carried on the slow pulse of ancient ice and the distant glow of satellites reaching through the white stillness. This is the story of Greenland's hidden world, revealed not by sword or voice, but by pulse and shadow. A story waiting in silence, inviting the curious heart to wander beneath ice that holds more than cold, beneath landscapes both ancient and alive in memory. And as the night deepens, may this tale cradle the dreamer, whispering softly of mysteries below and the quiet vastness where history sleeps. The frozen silence of Greenland is an invitation, a canvas for wonder and contemplation. As satellite eyes peer below miles of ice, each revelation is a soft murmur of history, a slumbering secret beginning to stir. Here, in the hushed folds of this icy expanse, the boundary between what is known and what can only be imagined melts away, opening space for reflection and quiet awe. Here beneath the Arctic sky, the ice serves as both judge and storyteller. It guards its ancient secrets jealously, but it also offers fleeting glimpses of what lies beneath, glimpses that spark the imagination and stir the soul. Whether nature's artistry or relics of a lost world, the hidden structures of Greenland beckon the listener to drift into the depths of history, carried on a wave of gentle curiosity. In this vast, silent kingdom, beneath layers of white and blue, lies a world of shadows and shapes. Each hidden structure visible through radar pulses offers a gentle riddle, an invitation to explore not with footsteps but with the mind, to listen not with ears but with quiet wonder. As we close our eyes and delve deeper into this frozen mystery, the story unfolds softly, like the slow fall of snow, carrying us into peaceful dreams of discovery. Greenland's icy depths are a sleeping giant of history, a vault of secrets frozen in time. The discoveries brought to light by satellites promise to reshape what we know of Earth's farthest reaches and the people who once called them home. As these stories unfold, they do so with the calm certainty of the glacier's slow advance, unfolding quietly, patiently, beneath a blanket of night. The silent pulse of the radar and the cold gaze of satellites transform our vision of Greenland, revealing a landscape that is far from empty. It is a place marked by mystery, shaped by ice and time, and etched with shadows that challenge the boundary between natural wonder and human history. In this quiet realm beneath the ice, the past is frozen yet alive, calling softly into the night. The heartbeat of this frozen land lies hidden beneath its surface, pulsing in the echoes of radar waves and the slow thaw of time. As the ice slowly retreats and the earth beneath stirs, these hidden structures may finally yield their stories. Until then, they remain a whispered secret, a lullaby sung quietly beneath the Arctic sky, inviting us to listen deeply and dream gently with the mysteries that sleep below Greenland's ice. The technology that allows us to peer beneath Greenland's thick ice sheet is nothing short of extraordinary. Ice-penetrating radar, a remarkable fusion of physics and engineering, sends waves of energy deep through the frozen mass, uncovering secrets that lay hidden for millennia. These waves travel through the ice, bouncing back information about whatever lies beneath mountains, valleys, lakes, or perhaps structures that defy easy explanation. It is through this lens that we glimpse a landscape unlike any other, a shadow world frozen in time and space. Satellites orbiting high above the Arctic Circle carry these radar instruments, transforming them into silent sentinels watching over Greenland's vast expanse. Their gaze is constant, unblinking, stretching over millions of square kilometers of ice. Each pulse harnessed is a bridge between realms, between the familiar surface of snow and ice and the unknown terrain beneath. This technology has given scientists a window into a place few have imagined, revealing shapes and patterns once thought impossible beneath so much ice. What makes ice-penetrating radar so compelling is its ability to distinguish detail from what appears to be a uniform mass. It can reveal the subtle undulations of buried rivers, the long-forgotten ridges of mountain ranges, and the smooth flatness of subglacial lakes hidden like jewels beneath kilometers of frost. This technology transforms the invisible into the visible, reshaping our understanding of Greenland's geography and history with each orbiting pass. The data collected is astonishing in scope and clarity. With every scan, layers of ice peel away, not physically, but in our perception, unveiling a landscape of contrast and complexity. Vast ice sheets that once seemed impenetrable now reveal hidden waterways winding beneath, spaces where ancient glacier reshaped the earth in secret. Mountains buried deep beneath the ice show defined edges and textures that hint at a world long buried but preserved. One of the most intriguing revelations is the discovery of geometric forms, sharp lines and angles that seem too precise to be merely natural. Some formations resemble corridors, rectangles, and walls, standing out starkly from the irregular, fractured chaos typical of natural ice and rock. These shapes have sparked intense curiosity and debate, as their origins challenge the boundaries between geological processes and potential ancient human activities. Such structures beneath ice are not just shapes, they are clues, pieces of an ancient puzzle waiting to be assembled. Are they remnants of lost cities swallowed by advancing glacier? Or are these lines drawn by geological forces so subtle they mimic human architecture? This ambiguity invites us to entertain possibilities that stretch beyond conventional science, to imagine a Greenland once far different from the frozen world we know today. The radar's revelations are more than maps or images, they are stories encoded in ice and rock. Every pulse reveals new fragments, long-buried valleys shaped by rivers, vast lakes shimmering beneath the frozen cover, and landscapes contoured by epochs of change. It is a journey steeped in patient discovery, where science meets mystery on a slow, silent stage beneath Greenland's vast white shroud. Scientifically, these findings push the limits of exploration. Greenland's ice sheet is a natural archive, housing clues about Earth's climate history and the ancient geography of the Arctic. The radar data helps researchers reconstruct how glacier expanded and retreated over millions of years and how hidden landforms may have supported life in times now lost to memory. It is a story told slowly in rhythms of ice flow and Earth's deep shifts. This technology also extends our imagination about ancient human migration. Long before the Vikings or Inuit reached these lands, Could earlier cultures have adapted to Greenland's landscapes before the ice claimed it? Satellite and radar images invite us to reconsider the Arctic's role as a cradle or refuge of early civilizations, potentially reshaping what we believe about human resilience and survival at the planet's edges. The capacity to visualize what lies beneath is also a reminder of how fragile these frozen landscapes are. As global temperatures rise and the ice melts, the ancient worlds beneath risk exposure or destruction. Satellites continue their vigilant watch, capturing data that may one day guide both scientific research and preservation efforts, mapping an ever-changing Arctic in real time. Each image from the satellites expands the narrative of Greenland from a blank white canvas to a complex storybook, layered with life, loss, and transformation. It is a story told on scales both vast and minute: the sweep of ice sheets, the jagged outline of buried mountain peaks, the smooth basin of a hidden lake. These glimpses beneath the ice call on us to listen closely, to watch patiently, and to respect the delicate whispers of this frozen world. Radar and satellite technology do more than reveal details, they connect us intimately with a place few have seen. Through their eyes, Greenland transforms from a forbidding wilderness into a landscape rich with textures, forms, and potential histories. It invites us on a silent voyage beneath ice where laws of time soften and where discovery becomes a quiet act of reverence. The interaction between ice, rock, and water beneath Greenland's surface is an ongoing symphony of geological forces. Radar maps capture this dynamic dance, where pressure from ice sheets carves hidden channels, where geothermal heat feeds subglacial lakes, and where glaciers flow relentlessly toward the ocean. It is a landscape alive beneath the still surface, fraught with slow-moving energy and ancient drama. These hidden worlds uncovered by satellite instruments are not isolated curiosities, they are pieces of a larger Arctic tapestry. Similar technologies have revealed secrets under Antarctica's ice, where subglacial lakes and mountain ranges once lost to sight are now increasingly understood. The parallels between Greenland and Antarctica suggest a global story of ice, climate, and human history intertwined beneath frozen surfaces. As technology advances, the resolution and scope of radar imaging improve, promising even clearer views of these sub-ice realms. Enhanced satellite instruments allow for more detailed and frequent scanning, creating three-dimensional maps that trace the contours of hidden valleys and potential archaeological sites. Each advancement deepens our understanding, transforming speculation into science and mystery into knowledge. Amidst the science, there remains a hushed sense of awe. The ability to glimpse beneath such thick ice is a triumph of human curiosity and ingenuity. It opens doors to worlds no human has ever walked but many may one day explore either through drilling, excavation, or robotic missions designed to probe the icy depths. The story of Greenland's hidden structures is thus one unfolding in real time, a saga bridging ancient pasts with modern discovery. This melding of technology and exploration captures the imagination. It reminds us that even the most remote and extreme places on Earth are accessible to human inquiry. It fosters hope that, through careful study, we might one day uncover the full breadth of Greenland's secrets and learn the stories carried silently beneath its ancient ice. Yet, with every visible revelation, new questions arise. What are these mysterious structures? How did they come to be buried so deeply beneath ice? Are we on the verge of rewriting history to recognize forgotten peoples and vanished civilizations? The radar images are but tantalizing whispers, inviting us to listen more closely and to explore further, even as the ice below silently conceals much more. In the quiet vastness of Greenland's ice sheet, technology offers not just images but a bridge, a connection between past and present, human and nature, myth and reality. It is as if the ice itself has invited us to uncover hidden chapters of Earth's long story, chapters that challenge boundaries and expand horizons in measured, gentle pulses, mirrored in the beat of our expanding curiosity. Each discovery beneath Greenland's ice compels us to reconsider our place in history and our relationship with the natural world. What lies beneath is a reminder of the transience of climate, civilization, and time itself, a record etched not on paper but on ice, waiting for patient watchers and quiet dreamers to discover its meaning. Here, in Greenland, technology has become a vessel for ancient whispers, carrying stories from deep beneath frost to the ears of the curious and the calm. With every satellite pass, the silent story of Greenland grows richer and more complex. The structures revealed by ice-penetrating radar challenge our assumptions and invite us to dwell in the quiet tensions between what is visible and what remains hidden. They ask us to wonder about the lives that shape this land, about the forces that shape the ice, and about the stories we have yet to understand. The journey beneath Greenland's ice, enabled by this powerful technology, is far from over. As satellites continue to orbit and new instruments come online, the frozen veil will lift further, revealing landscapes that have not seen light for thousands or even millions of years. It is a slow, unfolding revelation, steady as the flow of glacier but profound as the unfolding of time itself, capturing our imagination and drawing us softly deeper into a timeless Arctic tale. This technology, delicate yet powerful, offers us a gift. It allows us to listen to the silent heartbeat of an ice-covered world. It calls on us to respect the slow passage of eons etched in frost and stone and to embrace the mystery with gentle awe. Greenland's hidden landscapes, revealed through the eye of the satellite and the pulse of radar, are an invitation to dream with open eyes, wandering quietly into the depths of history as the world outside slips softly into sleep. The landscapes beneath Greenland's ice are unlike anything we have ever seen, a hidden world concealed beneath a frozen blanket that stretches endlessly. Through the unceasing efforts of satellites and radar technology, these unseen realms come to life, revealing features that challenge our understanding of natural formation. Deep beneath the surface, rivers once flowed freely, carving out valleys and plains now forever encased in frost, shaping a world that was once vibrant and alive. As we gaze at these intricate contours, it is difficult not to feel a profound sense of awe. Here lies evidence of a vast network of waterways, teeming with the energy of moving water, shaped by forces that predate the glaciation of Greenland. These subglacial rivers, some stretching hundreds of kilometers, continue to flow silently beneath the ice, unseen and unheard by human eyes. Their paths carve the very bedrock, shaping hidden valleys and sediment basins that hint at life's persistence long ago. Among the most compelling discoveries are enormous subglacial lakes, bodies of water lying trapped beneath kilometers of ice. These lakes are akin to frozen reservoirs, shimmering beneath their icy ceilings and harboring ecosystems adapted to extreme conditions. The largest of these lakes can hold billions of liters of water, preserved for thousands of years in isolation from the world above. They act as time capsules. Their depths may hold clues about ancient climates, microbial life, and perhaps the history of civilizations long lost. Some of these lakes present surfaces smoother and more reflective than any natural body of water visible on the surface, catching the radar's attention with their mirror-like clarity. The possibility that such environments might harbor life, however primitive, expands the scope of what we understand about habitability on Earth. It also raises tantalizing questions about the resilience of life in conditions otherwise inhospitable and the potential parallels to icy worlds beyond our planet. Beyond these waters lie formations that confound straightforward classification. Among the rocks and ice, radar has revealed patterns that suggest linearity and regularity, features that seem too ordered to be natural. Straight lines and angular corners hint at structures with purpose, spaces that resonate with the echoes of human design. When seen from above, these mysterious shapes resemble walls, rooms, and corridors faintly carved into the landscape beneath thousands of years of ice. Such sharp geometries contrast strikingly with the organic undulations typical of natural landscapes. Typically, mountains and valleys are shaped by glacier and erosion in smooth, flowing patterns. Yet here, the presence of right angles and parallel lines punctures this expectation. Could these be remnants of a settlement or city hidden away beneath the ice? This question lingers as a soft, persistent whisper, urging scientists and dreamers alike to look closer. The possibility that these shapes indicate lost buildings or cities buried beneath ice shifts Greenland from a mere frozen wasteland into a potential cradle of ancient human presence. It provokes a re-examination of Greenland's history and challenges long-held assumptions about where and how early humans lived. What if, before the glacier advanced, a vibrant civilization thrived here, its legacy quietly preserved under layers of ice, waiting for discovery in the pulse of radar waves? While the visual data from satellite radar is compelling, interpreting it remains a challenge. Geologists caution that natural forces can shape rock and ice in ways that mimic human constructs. Ice pressures, melting and refreezing cycles, and seismic activity can create sharp ridges and symmetrical features. The boundary between natural formations and human-made structures blurs, illustrating the complexity of deciphering Greenland's hidden past with certainty. Still, the scientific community is drawn into the mystery, eager to uncover what lies beneath. Multidisciplinary approaches combine geology, archaeology, satellite imagery, and climate science, seeking to connect dots between environmental history and human activity. Each discovery prompts new questions, encouraging slow, careful exploration that respects both scientific rigor and the enigmatic nature of these hidden formations. Adding to this mystery are the legendary voyages of the Vikings, who arrived at Greenland's coast centuries ago. Mystical and real, their sagas speak of lost lands and strange places beyond the sea. These stories merge ancient memory with the physical evidence hidden beneath ice, suggesting the possibility that some of Greenland's secret formations could be linked to Norse expeditions or settlements now trapped in time's frozen embrace. Though well-documented Viking settlements existed on Greenland's western coast from the 10th to the 15th centuries, satellite discoveries hint at a wider, unexplored history that predates these Norse visitors. Could these shapes be traces of even earlier explorers, or cultures forgotten before the ice spread? The overlap between legend, archaeology, and satellite data blurs the line between myth and reality, compelling us to embrace possibilities beyond the established narrative. Even deeper within the collective memory of the Arctic's indigenous peoples lies an added dimension to this story. Inuit and other Greenlandic traditions speak of land swallowed by sea and ice, of spirits slumbering beneath frozen earth, and of a world once different, softer, livelier, connected to nature in ways we can scarcely imagine. Their oral histories bind past and present, weaving tales that resonate deeply with the silent structures now revealed by modern technology. These stories are not merely folklore but echoes of experience and survival, remind us that human history in the Arctic is as old and complex as the ice itself. They urge us to listen not just with science but with respect, recognizing the wisdom in ancient narratives that accompany these modern discoveries. The interplay between indigenous knowledge and satellite imagery enriches our understanding, creating a fuller picture of a world shaped by both nature and humanity. Scientists also explore the possibility that Greenland was ice-free during warm interglacial periods thousands of years ago. During such times, it may have supported a climate and environment capable of sustaining human or pre-human populations. The radar findings of buried valleys and smooth plains reinforce this scientific hypothesis, suggesting that Greenland's landscape was once hospitable and inviting, unlike the frozen desert we now observe. This opens a window to prehistoric life, extending the timeline of human habitation far beyond what traditional archaeology has accepted. If people once lived here, what became of their communities? How did advancing ice reshape the fate of these settlements? And most intriguingly, what remains hidden beneath the ice's protective cloak, waiting to be unearthed by patient exploration? The challenge lies in the harsh reality of Greenland's climate today. Ice sheets can move, pressures within them can scramble evidence, and the process of freezing and thawing may have destroyed much of the ancient traces we seek. To unlock these deep-time mysteries, new methods including ice drilling, remote sensing, and molecular analysis of sediment are being developed, creating fresh pathways to unravel Greenland's hidden history. At the intersection of geology and archaeology, Greenland stands as a unique laboratory where frozen time retains clues not only to Earth's climatic past but to the origins and migrations of early humans. The icy layers preserve sediments, pollen, and even ancient DNA, providing unprecedented opportunities to peek into epochs long before recorded history. Each layer tells a story, a chapter in the slow unfolding epic of this extraordinary land. Indeed, while these hidden structures invite speculation about human presence, they also expand our understanding of the overwhelming power and creativity of nature itself. Ice is an artist and sculptor, shaping terrains with patience and subtlety unimaginable in more temperate climes. The strange and complex forms uncovered beneath Greenland's ice might be a product of forces older and more mysterious than civilizations, forces that echo through deep time. Yet, it is the interplay between these natural wonders and potential human histories that fascinates most. Greenland becomes a stage where the past's greatest mysteries play out beneath a silent ice curtain. This duality, between natural formation and cultural imprint, drives a quiet tension that enriches the narrative, making every new satellite image a step deeper into the realm of both science and wonder. The mystery of Greenland's hidden landscape is as infinite as the ice itself. It pushes us to ask not only what lies beneath but why it matters, how these discoveries shape our understanding of human history, climate change, and our planet's ever-evolving story. In this intersection of technology and nature, of myth and fact, Greenland invites both scientists and dreamers into an unfolding saga as enduring and mesmerizing as the ice that covers it. With every new revelation, the frozen north tells us that beneath its surface lies not emptiness but a complex tapestry woven by time, water, ice, and possibly human hands. The journey to decipher these patterns is one of patience and quiet wonder, inviting us all to listen deeply and to dream softly of worlds hidden just beneath our feet. As this story unfolds, it becomes clear that Greenland's secret structures are not merely relics lost to time but chapters waiting to be read, chapters that challenge what we know and inspire us to continue looking deeper, beyond the cold surface, into the heart of a frozen mystery. Beneath the stillness of ice, Greenland holds a weighty promise that history, climate, and life are intertwined in ways yet to be fully understood. Through the incredible power of satellite vision and human curiosity, we are drawn ever closer to revealing these silent wonders, stories of a frozen world that will one day whisper their truths into the light. And so, beneath the ice, the hidden structures await. Their shapes and shadows dance softly in radar reflections, beckoning with questions as old as the Earth itself. These hidden places, silent and patient, extend an invitation to journey onward, to explore, and above all, to dream gently in the quiet depths where Greenland's mysteries sleep. The landscapes beneath Greenland's ice are unlike anything we have ever seen, a hidden world concealed beneath a frozen blanket that stretches endlessly. Through the unceasing efforts of satellites and radar technology, these unseen realms come to life, revealing features that challenge our understanding of natural formation. Deep beneath the surface, rivers once flowed freely, carving out valleys and plains now forever encased in frost, shaping a world that was once vibrant and alive. As we gaze at these intricate contours, it is difficult not to feel a profound sense of awe. Here lies evidence of a vast network of waterways, teeming with the energy of moving water, shaped by forces that predate the glaciation of Greenland. These subglacial rivers, some stretching hundreds of kilometers, continue to flow silently beneath the ice, unseen and unheard by human eyes. Their paths carve the very bedrock, shaping hidden valleys and sediment basins that hint at life's persistence long ago. Among the most compelling discoveries are enormous subglacial lakes, bodies of water lying trapped beneath kilometers of ice. These lakes are akin to frozen reservoirs, shimmering beneath their icy ceilings and harboring ecosystems adapted to extreme conditions. The largest of these lakes can hold billions of liters of water, preserved for thousands of years in isolation from the world above. They act as time capsules. Their depths may hold clues about ancient climates, microbial life, and perhaps the history of civilizations long lost. Some of these lakes present surfaces smoother and more reflective than any natural body of water visible on the surface, catching the radar's attention with their mirror-like clarity. The possibility that such environments might harbor life, however primitive, expands the scope of what we understand about habitability on Earth. It also raises tantalizing questions about the resilience of life in conditions otherwise inhospitable and the potential parallels to icy worlds beyond our planet. Beyond these waters lie formations that confound straightforward classification. Among the rocks and ice, radar has revealed patterns that suggest linearity and regularity, features that seem too ordered to be natural. Straight lines and angular corners hint at structures with purpose, spaces that resonate with the echoes of human design. When seen from above, these mysterious shapes resemble walls, rooms, and corridors faintly carved into the landscape beneath thousands of years of ice. Such sharp geometries contrast strikingly with the organic undulations typical of natural landscapes. Typically, mountains and valleys are shaped by glacier and erosion in smooth, flowing patterns. Yet here, the presence of right angles and parallel lines punctures this expectation. Could these be remnants of a settlement or city hidden away beneath the ice? This question lingers as a soft, persistent whisper, urging scientists and dreamers alike to look closer. The possibility that these shapes indicate lost buildings or cities buried beneath ice shifts Greenland from a mere frozen wasteland into a potential cradle of ancient human presence. It provokes a re-examination of Greenland's history and challenges long-held assumptions about where and how early humans lived. What if, before the glacier advanced, a vibrant civilization thrived here, its legacy quietly preserved under layers of ice, waiting for discovery in the pulse of radar waves. While the visual data from satellite radar is compelling, interpreting it remains a challenge. Geologists caution that natural forces can shape rock and ice in ways that mimic human constructs. Ice pressures, melting and refreezing cycles, and seismic activity can create sharp ridges and symmetrical features. The boundary between natural formations and human-made structures blurs, illustrating the complexity of deciphering Greenland's hidden past with certainty. Still, the scientific community is drawn into the mystery, eager to uncover what lies beneath. Multidisciplinary approaches combine geology, archaeology, satellite imagery, and climate science, seeking to connect dots between environmental history and human activity. Each discovery prompts new questions, encouraging slow, careful exploration that respects both scientific rigor and the enigmatic nature of these hidden formations. Adding to this mystery are the legendary voyages of the Vikings, who arrived at Greenland's coast centuries ago. Mystical and real, their sagas speak of lost lands and strange places beyond the sea. These stories merge ancient memory with the physical evidence hidden beneath ice, suggesting the possibility that some of Greenland's secret formations could be linked to Norse expeditions or settlements now trapped in time's frozen embrace. Though well-documented Viking settlements existed on Greenland's western coast from the 10th to the 15th centuries, satellite discoveries hint at a wider, unexplored history that predates these Norse visitors. Could these shapes be traces of even earlier explorers, or cultures forgotten before the ice spread? The overlap between legend, archaeology, and satellite data blurs the line between myth and reality, compelling us to embrace possibilities beyond the established narrative. Even deeper within the collective memory of the Arctic's indigenous peoples lies an added dimension to this story. Inuit and other Greenlandic traditions speak of land swallowed by sea and ice, of spirits slumbering beneath frozen earth, and of a world once different, softer, livelier, connected to nature in ways we can scarcely imagine. Their oral histories bind past and present, weaving tales that resonate deeply with the silent structures now revealed by modern technology. These stories are not merely folklore but echoes of experience and survival, reminders that human history in the Arctic is as old and complex as the ice itself. They urge us to listen not just with science but with respect, recognizing the wisdom in ancient narratives that accompany these modern discoveries. The interplay between indigenous knowledge and satellite imagery enriches our understanding, creating a fuller picture of a world shaped by both nature and humanity. Scientists also explore the possibility that Greenland was ice-free during warm interglacial periods thousands of years ago. During such times, it may have supported a climate and environment capable of sustaining human or pre-human populations. The radar findings of buried valleys and smooth plains reinforce this scientific hypothesis, suggesting that Greenland's landscape was once hospitable and inviting, unlike the frozen desert we now observe. This opens a window to prehistoric life, extending the timeline of human habitation far beyond what traditional archaeology has accepted. If people once lived here, what became of their communities? How did advancing ice reshape the fate of these settlements? And most intriguingly, what remains hidden beneath the ice's protective cloak, waiting to be unearthed by patient exploration? The challenge lies in the harsh reality of Greenland's climate today. Ice sheets can move, pressures within them can scramble evidence, and the process of freezing and thawing may have destroyed much of the ancient traces we seek. To unlock these deep-time mysteries, new methods including ice drilling, remote sensing, and molecular analysis of sediment are being developed, creating fresh pathways to unravel Greenland's hidden history. At the intersection of geology and archaeology, Greenland stands as a unique laboratory where frozen time retains clues not only to Earth's climatic past but to the origins and migrations of early humans. The icy layers preserve sediments, pollen, and even ancient DNA, providing unprecedented opportunities to peek into epochs long before recorded history. Each layer tells a story, a chapter in the slow unfolding epic of this extraordinary land. Indeed, while these hidden structures invite speculation about human presence, they also expand our understanding of the overwhelming power and creativity of nature itself. Ice is an artist and sculptor, shaping terrains with patience and subtlety unimaginable in more temperate climes. The strange and complex forms uncovered beneath Greenland's ice might be a product of forces older and more mysterious than civilizations, forces that echo through deep time. Yet, it is the interplay between these natural wonders and potential human histories that fascinates most. Greenland becomes a stage where the past's greatest mysteries play out beneath a silent ice curtain. This duality, between natural formation and cultural imprint, drives a quiet tension that enriches the narrative, making every new satellite image a step deeper into the realm of both science and wonder. The mystery of Greenland's hidden landscape is as infinite as the ice itself. It pushes us to ask not only what lies beneath but why it matters, how these discoveries shape our understanding of human history, climate change, and our planet's ever-evolving story. In this intersection of technology and nature, of myth and fact, Greenland invites both scientists and dreamers into an unfolding saga as enduring and mesmerizing as the ice that covers it. With every new revelation, the frozen north tells us that beneath its surface lies not emptiness but a complex tapestry woven by time, water, ice, and possibly human hands. The journey to decipher these patterns is one of patience and quiet wonder, inviting us all to listen deeply and to dream softly of worlds hidden just beneath our feet. As this story unfolds, it becomes clear that Greenland's secret structures are not merely relics lost to time but chapters waiting to be read, chapters that challenge what we know and inspire us to continue looking deeper, beyond the cold surface, into the heart of a frozen mystery. Beneath the stillness of ice, Greenland holds a weighty promise that history, climate, and life are intertwined in ways yet to be fully understood. Through the incredible power of satellite vision and human curiosity, we are drawn ever closer to revealing these silent wonders, stories of a frozen world that will one day whisper their truths into the light. And so, beneath the ice, the hidden structures await. Their shapes and shadows dance softly in radar reflections, beckoning with questions as old as the Earth itself. These hidden places, silent and patient, extend an invitation to journey onward, to explore, and above all, to dream gently in the quiet depths where Greenland's mysteries sleep. The arrival of the Vikings in Greenland stands as one of the most enduring chapters in the island's long and complex story, a tale marked by exploration, survival, and the interplay of myth and history. In the late 10th century, these intrepid Norse seafarers ventured across the icy North Atlantic, driven by the promise of new lands and rich resources. What they found was a harsh yet intriguing world, an environment that challenged their skills, resilience, and ability to establish footholds in one of Earth's most extreme climates. Recorded in sagas and chronicles, the Viking settlements along Greenland's western coast brought stories of extensive farms, trade networks, and communities, echoing the migratory spirit of their Scandinavian origins. However, these accounts only reveal a fragment of the truth. Beneath the ice, in the patterns uncovered by satellite radar, there may lie traces of earlier or undocumented Norse activity, structures, and pathways that hint at greater reach and deeper mysteries than the historical texts have preserved. These hidden formations raise questions about the true extent of Viking influence and presence in Greenland. Could some radar anomalies reflect long-forgotten outposts or monasteries, swallowed by moss and snow over centuries? The notion stretches the imagination, yet the precision and regularity of certain discovered structures encourage such speculation. Here, history and discovery meet in an uneasy but captivating dance, inviting us to reconsider what has been lost. Ancient Norse sagas speak at times in cryptic terms of voyages to strange shores beyond Greenland and explorers seeking new lands to the west. What if these voyages led not just to glimpses of North America, as known from the Vinland sagas, but also to settlements closer to home, obscured by time and ice? The satellite images hint at places almost frozen in time, waiting beneath ice sheets, their secrets hidden yet calling to be found. The very concept of Viking exploration reveals the breadth of human ambition and adaptability. These travelers braved harsh seas and frozen lands, shaping Greenland's history for centuries. Their legacy reflects endurance and the merging of cultures, from Norse traditions to indigenous encounters. Yet, the satellite discoveries suggest this legacy may be far deeper, layered with unknown stories etched beneath the ice in stone and shadow. While much of the Viking presence in Greenland is documented archaeologically near the coast, the idea of inland or subglacial sites pushes the boundaries of traditional understanding. There, buried structures and pathways differ markedly from natural formations, evoking the possibility of ancient roads, defensive works, or ceremonial spaces designed by Norse hands long ago. Each new finding adds weight to the theory that Greenland's icy heart holds memories of these early pioneers. Beyond the Vikings, the Antarctic and Arctic carry tales of explorers and settlers driven by necessity and curiosity. These human stories intertwine with the natural forces shaping the landscape, where settlements rise and fall, buried by advances of ice or preserved in its frozen grasp. Greenland's hidden structures fit within this wider narrative of human persistence amid extreme environments, marking it as a crucial site for understanding ancient adaptation. Scientific collaboration between archaeologists and climatologists aims to connect Greenland's ice history with its human history. Understanding how glacier advanced and retreated over centuries can shed light on when these settlements might have existed and how they were affected by shifting climates. This interdisciplinary approach enriches the story, bridging natural science and human culture in an ongoing quest for knowledge. The satellite evidence, while compelling, demands cautious interpretation. The harsh environment of Greenland, with its shifting ice and extreme weather, means that preservation of archaeological sites is rare and fragile. Many anomalies detected via radar might represent geological phenomena rather than human constructs. Yet, this uncertainty does not diminish their intrigue, rather, it highlights the need for continued research and ground exploration to confirm the true nature of these hidden shapes. Indigenous Arctic stories offer a valuable complement to Norse sagas, bringing a holistic perspective to Greenland's ancient past. Inuit traditions narrate tales of land transformations, spirits of ice and stone, and ancestors navigating challenging landscapes. These oral histories carry wisdom accumulated through generations, a cultural memory that resonates deeply with the physical evidence emerging from beneath the ice. The convergence of these narratives, Norse and Inuit, scientific and mythical, creates a rich tapestry that enriches our understanding of Greenland's environmental and cultural history. Rather than viewing history as a single thread, we now see it as a woven fabric, intricate and layered, binding people and nature in ways that transcend simple chronology. Satellite discoveries allow us to peer through this fabric, inviting us to imagine the lives entwined within it. The question of when Greenland was first inhabited stretches back beyond Viking times. Scientific studies of the ice sheet show periods when much of the land was free of ice, particularly during interglacial phases tens of thousands of years ago. Geological evidence suggests these periods may have provided habitable conditions for pioneer populations, possibly even predating modern humans. These revelations extend human history in Greenland into the deep past, challenging assumptions about migration and settlement patterns. Now, scientists are investigating whether early human ancestors, or even Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, could have ventured into Greenland during these temperate windows. This ongoing research is multidisciplinary, combining paleo-environmental reconstruction, DNA analysis, and cultural archaeology, seeking markers of ancient habitation in preserved sediments. Satellite imagery helps guide this search, revealing sites where archaeological remains might be buried beneath layers of ice. The processes of glaciation played a crucial role in shaping Greenland's hidden landscape as well as its human story. Ice sheet fluctuations over millennia buried settlements, reshaped valleys, and altered the flow of rivers. These dynamic forces preserve some evidence even as they erase others, creating a complex puzzle for researchers striving to reconstruct Greenland's ancient world. Understanding these interactions offers vital clues to the resilience of life and culture in extreme environments. The glacial processes that obscure Greenland's past may also protect it. Ice can act like a preservative, slowing the decay of organic material and archaeological artifacts. Buried beneath the frozen layers, traces of ancient life including bones, tools, and structures could remain intact, awaiting discovery by future generations. This frozen archive offers a unique opportunity, one that challenges adventurers and scientists to uncover and interpret these hidden treasures. Technological advancements in ice drilling and remote sensing hold promise for accessing this deep archive. Projects underway aim to extract ice cores and sediment samples, looking for microscopic clues of past climates and human activity. These efforts combine technological precision with a measure of patience, given the slow pace of ice movement and the delicate nature of the samples. Yet, each bit of data brings us closer to piecing together Greenland's prehistoric story. The interplay between science and exploration evokes a timeless human impulse, the desire to know what lies hidden, to reach beyond the immediate, to connect with origins long obscured. Greenland's icy depths exemplify this quest, offering a realm where time itself is layered in frost, awaiting revelation. Through careful study, we may soon understand not only how Greenland's ice shaped the land but also how people once shaped their world within it. This evolving understanding also bears relevance to modern challenges. Greenland's ice sheet is a critical indicator of climate change, and its meltwaters influence global sea levels and weather patterns. Learning its history helps us predict future changes and the consequences for both local inhabitants and the planet. In this way, ancient secrets beneath ice connect deeply with contemporary concerns, linking past and future in a continuous flow. As our gaze deepens beneath Greenland's ice, the mysteries of Viking voyages, indigenous lore, and prehistoric habitation merge with the larger story of Earth's changing climate and human adaptation. These hidden structures become more than shadowy shapes; they are symbols of survival, endurance, and transformation. Each line and angle on radar signals a chapter in the island's layered narrative, a narrative still unfolding in quiet, measured waves. Our journey into Greenland's hidden past invites us to embrace uncertainty with wonder, to balance skepticism with open-mindedness, and to explore the unknown with reverence. The quiet pulses of radar, the whispers of ancient sagas, and the stories carried across ice and time remind us that some truths are revealed only through patient observation and the melding of many voices. Within this interwoven tale lies a profound lesson for us all, that history is not a fixed monument but a living, breathing enigma, shaped by forces seen and unseen, remembered and forgotten. Greenland's hidden structures stand as silent witnesses to this truth, waiting patiently beneath their icy shroud, urging us to listen deeply and to dream gently as we continue the search. Through the confluence of satellite technology, geological exploration, and centuries-old stories, we find ourselves part of an unfolding adventure, not simply to discover what lies beneath the ice but to understand our place within time's vast embrace. Greenland's mysteries are a reminder that beneath every surface lies a story, and within every story, a door opens quietly onto new realms of wonder. So, beneath the vast frozen expanse, the echoes of Vikings, ancestors, and explorers linger, their journeys etched silently into the geological fabric. The ice may cover their footsteps, but not their legacy. As the world watches and technology advances, these hidden structures call to us from beneath the frost, inviting us onward along a path woven with history, myth, and the endless human yearning for discovery. The myths and oral histories of Greenland's indigenous peoples offer a profound and poetic dimension to the story of this ancient land. Passed down through countless generations, these narratives imbue the ice and stone with meaning far beyond simple geography. They speak of spirits and forces that reside beneath the frozen surface, of worlds both visible and invisible, intertwined in the fabric of everyday life. To listen to these stories is to tune into a subtle resonance, where memory and nature converse softly across time and space. Among the Inuit, tales tell of vast land swallowed by ice and sea, of ancestors who journeyed across shifting landscapes much different from today's frozen desert. These stories carry warnings and wisdom about respect for the environment, survival in extreme conditions, and the delicate balance between humans and the earth. In them, the white silence of Greenland is not emptiness but presence filled with power, mystery, and ancestral watchfulness. The oral traditions hold more than just the echoes of the past, they are living customs, guiding choices, and shaping identities. The recurring themes of lost worlds beneath ice speak to actual environmental changes observed over lifetimes and inherited from distant ancestors. In this way, indigenous knowledge complements modern scientific understanding, offering insights into the dynamic transformations that have shaped Greenland's landscape and culture. These stories are rich with symbolic language, spirits sleeping beneath glacier, tales of giants, and mythic journeys through icy realms. They hint at experiences of awe and fear deeply rooted in a world they knew intimately, where every rock and crevasse held a story or a spirit. Listening with respect to these traditions reminds us that Greenland is not just an expanse of frozen wilderness but a cultural landscape, sacred and alive. The convergence of oral histories with satellite-driven discoveries creates a powerful dialogue between past and present. While modern technology maps shapes and shadows, oral narratives give them voice and meaning. Together, they form a fuller picture, one in which the ice is not just a physical barrier but a living canvas of history and memory, blending the seen and the unseen into a timeless whole. This perspective invites a deeper empathy and humility in our approach to Greenland's mysteries. It calls upon us to honor the stories of those who have lived and thrived alongside ice for millennia, recognizing their profound connection to the land. Their voices remind us that discovery is not only about uncovering artifacts but about listening to the land itself, in its varied and layered expressions. Sometimes these oral histories recount times when the climate was warmer, and lands that are now submerged beneath ice or sea were once home to plants, animals, and people. They speak of the delicate balance that sustained life then, a balance now disrupted. Recognizing these ancient narratives alongside physical evidence enriches our understanding of how people adapted to rapid changes, finding ways to survive, migrate, and transform. The importance of integrating indigenous knowledge with scientific inquiry is growing worldwide, and Greenland provides a profound example. This approach reveals that stories passed down orally can contain sophisticated observations about environmental shifts and landscape changes over vast time scales. These insights expand the framework within which we interpret satellite data and archaeological findings. As these two worlds of knowledge intersect, new questions emerge. How might the ice itself be a participant in cultural memory? Can the land preserve not only physical evidence but the essence of stories and spirits? Could the soft footprints of ancient peoples be traced not only in stone but also in the melting breath of glacier and the shifting flow of rivers beneath ice? These questions press us to reconsider the relationship between humans and nature, framing Greenland as a place where culture and environment are deeply intertwined. It challenges the idea of frozen isolation, revealing a dynamic landscape continuously shaped by natural forces and human stories, each influencing the other over thousands of years. The stories of giants and spirits sleeping beneath the ice capture the imagination, blending natural phenomena with cultural meaning. Such myths may describe encounters with towering ice formations, or the vastness and mystery of subglacial landscapes, translated into forms accessible and resonant for centuries. They express humanity's timeless quest to understand existence through story, metaphor, and connection. Indigenous knowledge also holds practical lessons about resilience, how to live in harmony with an environment that can be unpredictable and change swiftly. These lessons, encoded in stories and rituals, offer guidance on navigating not just physical terrain but social and spiritual landscapes as well, providing tools for survival and coexistence in a challenging world. The fusion of oral tradition and modern radar imaging creates a holistic narrative. Where machines reveal shapes beneath ice, people's voices imbue these shapes with meaning and spirit. This dual approach enriches both perspectives, deepening scientific investigation and humanistic understanding, and fostering respect for Greenland's complexity as a place of mystery and life. This integration calls for careful listening both with ears and with the heart. It demands humility and openness, acknowledging that science alone cannot unveil all truths about Greenland. The land holds stories waiting to be felt as much as seen, whispered in the wind and carried in the memory of ice and stone. In this space between science and story, Greenland becomes a symbol of the deep connections between human culture and the natural world. It illustrates that discovery is as much about honoring perspectives and experiences as it is about uncovering facts. This wider lens offers a richer appreciation of how landscapes shape and are shaped by those who inhabit them. The continued melting of Greenland's ice, while a challenge for the planet, presents opportunities to learn from these interwoven histories. As ice recedes, new landscapes emerge, revealing artifacts and ecosystems preserved for millennia. These new openings invite exploration guided by both scientific curiosity and cultural sensitivity, balancing the thrill of discovery with respect for heritage. Oral histories are crucial to this exploration, grounding scientific quests in stories that provide context, meaning, and moral framework. Indigenous voices remind us that every uncovered fragment belongs to a larger story of life, adaptation, and spirit. This approach enhances hope that Greenland's secrets, both visible and invisible, may be revealed and honored with care. It is clear that Greenland's mysteries cannot be understood fully without embracing the wisdom held in both technology and tradition. The combination of satellite imagery with generational storytelling creates a dialogue spanning centuries, geographies, and world views. Together, they point to a deeper, more nuanced recognition of the Arctic as a place of complexity and vitality, where the past and present are woven seamlessly. This holistic view can inspire new ways to engage with other polar and frozen regions, encouraging collaboration between indigenous communities and scientific institutions worldwide. The lessons from Greenland's hidden stories offer pathways for respectful research and cultural exchange, fostering shared stewardship of fragile yet vital environments. The stories carried by Greenland's indigenous peoples reveal an intimate bond with the land, emphasizing respect, reciprocity, and resilience. They remind us that human survival depends on harmony with the natural world, a lesson crucial in today's era of environmental uncertainty. These narratives imbue the land and ice with meaning far beyond their physical presence. The myths and voices that rise from within Greenland's ice challenge us to rethink how we comprehend time and history. They ask us to consider cyclical and layered understandings of existence, where ancient pasts and present realities coexist fluidly. This shift in perspective expands our capacity for wonder and fosters a gentle recognition of humanity's place within Earth's immense timeline. Beneath the glacier, where satellites reveal geometric shapes and hidden formations, the echoes of ancient stories add depth and resonance. They transform these features from mere data points into living parts of cultural landscapes. Through this interplay, Greenland's dual identity as a realm of science and spirit unfolds complex, enigmatic, and endlessly compelling. Listening to Greenland is an act of profound patience and openness. It requires slowing down, softening the gaze, and allowing the land's voice to emerge amidst the hum of technology. It invites those who listen to embrace the mystery, to dwell comfortably in uncertainty, and to find peace in the unfolding story carried on ice and wind. This spirit of respectful inquiry embodies a gentle invitation to explore not only the physical terrain beneath Greenland's ice but also the rich cultural landscape sustained through oral tradition. Together, they guide us deeper into understanding a place that transcends geography, a place of memory, meaning, and enduring human connection. As the ice slowly recedes and technology advances, Greenland's hidden stories become accessible to us in unprecedented ways. They encourage a new kind of listening, one that balances the precision of science with the wisdom of cultural memory. In this balance, a more complete and compassionate understanding of this ancient land awaits. Through this harmony of knowledge, we glimpse Greenland as a living mosaic of shifting ice, enduring stories, and landscapes shaped by both nature and human experience. Here, hidden structures beneath the ice are not just silent relics but parts of a larger narrative, one that calls us to explore with humility, curiosity, and heart. The interplay of myth and reality in Greenland invites us all to consider the power of stories in shaping our understanding of the world. It reminds us that discovery is as much about the journey as the destination, and that the most profound truths are often those held in delicate balance between known and unknown. In these whispered tales and subtle discoveries, Greenland's ice sings a soft lullaby, a song of ancient resilience, mysterious beauty, and timeless wonder. As we listen, may this melody carry us gently, inviting peaceful sleep and dreams filled with the mysteries of a world hidden just beneath our feet. Scientific exploration of Greenland's ancient, icebound landscapes takes us back through time, to an era when the island was free of much of its icy mantle. Long before the present glacier took their silent hold, Greenland was a land shaped by rivers, forests, and the quiet footsteps of early inhabitants. The satellite images that reveal buried valleys and plains beneath the ice offer tantalizing glimpses into what life might have been like in these lost interglacial periods, when conditions were warm enough to sustain diverse ecosystems. These periods of warmth, known as interstadials and interglacials, occurred hundreds of thousands to millions of years ago. During these times, the ice retreated, exposing land that could have supported plants, animals, and early humans. Geological evidence from sediment cores and fossil records suggests that parts of Greenland had climates temperate enough to encourage forests and wildlife, setting the stage for possible habitation and migration across the Arctic landscape. Radar and satellite data combine with this earth science to suggest that beneath Greenland's ice lie topographies shaped by ancient rivers and lakes, carving pathways that once fueled life. These features, deeply buried now under kilometers of ice, hint at dynamic environments, valleys that cradled freshwater streams, plains where vegetation may have thrived, and mountains that stood sentinel over a lost world. Together, these elements piece together chapters of Earth's ever-changing climate story. Scientists studying these ancient landscapes face the challenge of reconstructing climate histories from ice cores, sediments, and fossils. This process reveals how drastically Greenland's environment has swung between extremes over millennia, shaping the opportunities and limits for ancient life. These shifts happened slowly on human timescales, but with profound consequences, repeatedly remaking the map beneath the ice and pushing ecosystems to adapt, migrate, or vanish. Understanding these climatic windows is critical for grasping whether human or pre-human species could have settled Greenland. The warm periods opened migration pathways that might have connected Greenland to other parts of the Arctic, allowing early people to spread across previously uninhabitable territory. Archaeologists and paleoclimatologists look for clues in this buried landscape, seeking evidence of migration corridors, campsites, or tools suspended in frozen time. One possibility considers that Greenland might have served as a refuge during harsh ice ages, a place where hardy species survived when surrounding areas were inhospitable. This idea reframes Greenland not as a permanent home but as a waystation or retreat for ancient humans and animals, their stories recorded subtly in sediment and stone beneath the glacier. These refuges would have shaped survival strategies and the spread of life across northern latitudes. Ancient DNA analysis from preserved sediments offers profound insight into past biospheres. Scientists retrieve fragments of DNA from bacteria, plants, and possibly even animals, piecing together the biological web of these frozen ages. Early results hint at now extinct species and ecological networks, painting a picture of a once thriving environment beneath the ice that seems alien and wondrous from today's frozen perspective. Using these modern techniques alongside satellite data enhances the chances of discovering human footprints hidden in Greenland's deep past. Identifying archaeological sites under kilometers of ice demands patience and precision, guided not just by technology but by hypotheses grounded in ecological and climatological data. Each discovery extends human history farther into the Ice Age, challenging popular narratives of where and when people first occupied northern regions. While evidence for permanent settlements remains elusive, signs of transient human activity, hunting camps or seasonal shelters might exist beneath Greenland's glacier. Such sites would have been used during warmer summers, retreating during colder periods. The satellite detected landforms, showing possible terraces and flat surfaces, may well correspond to ancient human modifications, a subtle imprint of early exploration and survival. The ice sheet itself holds clues in its layers. Ice cores drilled through kilometers of frost carry microscopic particles, pollen, and even charcoal from ancient fires. These sediments whisper secrets of when Greenland's climate fluctuated, of vegetation appearing and disappearing, of environments shifting between tundra and boreal forest. This archive is one of Earth's richest climatic historical records, invaluable for understanding natural resilience and change. Beyond climate, these cores hold data about solar activity, volcanic eruptions, and atmospheric chemistry, all factors that influence Greenland's environment. By connecting these threads, scientists can reconstruct detailed timelines, matching environmental shifts to biological and, possibly, anthropological events. This detailed mapping enriches the story of Greenland's buried past, grounding it in planetary cycles that echo through time. Greenland's interglacial past challenges assumptions about human migration routes. Traditionally, people viewed Greenland as an inhospitable outpost, colonized much later. But emerging evidence supports broader narratives linking North America, Europe, and Asia via Arctic corridors that were once ice-free. This perspective expands our view of early human exploration and connectivity across the far north's shifting landscapes. Migration in these regions likely depended on biodiversity and resource availability, reflected in the patterns visible beneath Greenland's ice. Archaeological investigation focuses on potential hunting grounds indicated by sedimentary records of animal presence and plant growth. Locating areas where ancient humans could have found food, shelter, and raw materials is crucial to understanding occupation possibilities and survival strategies. Predictive modeling based on climate reconstructions aligns with satellite imagery, suggesting that certain buried valleys and terraces may have been favored for human use. These models incorporate temperature, vegetation, topography, and water presence to simulate habitable zones during past warm periods. The results guide fieldwork and future explorations, highlighting zones where ancient human artifacts may rest beneath frozen layers. This integrated approach exemplifies the next wave of scientific discovery, combining remote sensing, climatology, archaeology, and biology to reconstruct Greenland's dynamic history in remarkable detail. It is a slow unfolding process, unfolding gradually under the watchful eyes of satellites and the careful hands of researchers, revealing a Greenland far older and more complex than previously imagined. The presence of pre-ice settlements remains speculative but compelling, deeply connected to our understanding of Earth's climatic rhythms and human adaptability. If proven, evidence of early peoples living in Greenland during warm interglacial phases would rewrite narratives about human resilience and migration, offering profound lessons about endurance in extreme environments. In tandem with prehistoric habitation, Greenland's geological forces played a fundamental role in shaping the land beneath the ice. Volcanic activity, seismic shifts, and glacial movement sculpted the bedrock and underneath carved valleys, precipices, and plains. Recognizing these natural sculptors helps differentiate human-made alterations from geological phenomena, a critical challenge when interpreting satellite radar data. Glacial erosion, driven by moving ice sheets grinding over bedrock, could create distinctive linear features resembling walls or terraces. Similarly, ice melt and refreeze cycles, plus phenomena such as folding and faulting in rock structures, may generate geometric patterns that parallel those of human architecture. Exploring these natural analogues refines the ability to identify true archaeological sites beneath the ice. Scientists rely on careful, multidisciplinary approaches, combining geology, remote sensing, and computer modeling, to decode Greenland's hidden landforms. These analyses provide critical context for satellite images, preventing misinterpretation and focusing exploration efforts on the most promising anomalies. The blend of skepticism and curiosity is essential in navigating the interplay of nature and prehistory in this frozen puzzle. Just as nature carves the landscape with elemental power, human history, if present, would leave subtler marks: artifacts, habitation debris, or altered soils hidden beneath glacier and waiting to be found. Detecting these traces demands precision instruments and delicate techniques, including ice coring, ground-penetrating radar, and sediment analysis, combined with the insight provided by satellite mapping. Beyond Greenland, similar research in the Arctic and Antarctic polar regions enhances understanding of ice-covered landscapes and the potential for hidden archaeology. Discoveries of subglacial lakes and mountain ranges beneath Antarctica, alongside evidence of drowned settlements beneath ice-covered Arctic coasts, contribute to a growing body of knowledge about how ice interacts with human history across the poles. These global parallels reinforce the idea that Greenland is not an isolated anomaly but part of an interconnected story about humanity's relationship with ice, climate, and migration. As technology improves and knowledge deepens, the Arctic emerges as a vital zone for understanding human origins and environmental adaptations in some of the Earth's most challenging habitats. Looking forward, advancements in satellite technology, artificial intelligence, and autonomous exploration vehicles open new horizons for uncovering Greenland's secrets. Future missions promise higher resolution imaging, more precise ground mapping, and even robotic probes capable of drilling and sampling beneath thick ice sheets. These innovations hold the key to transforming speculation into hard science. The unfolding story beneath Greenland's ice is one of slow revelation, where time, technology, and patience converge. With each new data point, the contours of a hidden world take shape, a world where prehistoric life, climatic shifts, and geological forces come together in a grand tapestry waiting to be understood. This journey into the deep past challenges us not only to unravel Greenland's mysteries but to reconsider the resilience and creativity of life itself. It invites a broader appreciation of the relationship between environment and humanity, in which survival depends on adaptation, knowledge, and respect for nature's rhythms. Greenland, through its icy veil, offers a narrative of endurance, a story etched in stone and ice, held in sediment and shadow. The hidden valleys and possible settlements beneath glacier remind us that the Earth's history is vast and intricate, written at scales that often escape immediate perception but reveal themselves in patient study. As we look forward, the lessons learned from Greenland's ancient landscapes will not only enrich archaeological and environmental science but also inspire new ways of thinking about human history, climate change, and the interconnectedness of life on our planet. Beneath the cold surface, Greenland's buried past awaits gentle revelation, an invitation to dream alongside discovery, to wander softly through the echoes of ancient rivers and distant footsteps, and to find peace in the quiet depths of a land once warm and alive, now silently preserved beneath the ice. The geological forces that have shaped Greenland's hidden landscapes are both immense and intricate, weaving a story of ice and rock that spans millions of years. Beneath the frozen surface, frozen rivers of ice have carved valleys, shaped mountains, and sculpted plains with an enduring patience. Understanding these processes is essential to deciphering the extraordinary shapes and patterns revealed by satellite radar, which sometimes pose as architectural wonders but owe much to nature's artistry. Glacier, flowing rivers of ice, are among the greatest architects of Greenland's terrain. Their slow but relentless movement grinds away at bedrock, transporting debris and reshaping valleys. Over hundreds of thousands of years, these colossal ice sheets have expanded and contracted, erasing some features while accentuating others. The smooth, rounded contours of many buried landforms reflect this glacial handiwork, crafted in a slow dance between pressure and flow. Pressure exerted by kilometers of ice causes remarkable transformations deep within the earth. Bedrock fractures, folds, and shifts in response to immense forces, creating fault lines and crevices that extend far beneath the surface. These geological features often manifest in linear and angular forms visible within radar imagery, blurring the distinction between natural creation and possible human modifications. Volcanic activity also plays a crucial role beneath Greenland's ice. Though often hidden from sight, magma movements and ancient eruptions have shaped the bedrock beneath frozen layers. These volcanic formations may contribute to the sharp ridges and plateaus detected by radar as well as to the geothermal heat sources that maintain subglacial lakes in liquid states. In this context, the ice becomes a delicate balance between fire and frost. Geothermal heat feeding the ice sheet's base also drives the movement of hidden waterways. Meltwater lakes and rivers beneath the surface act as lubricants, allowing glacier to slide over solid ground. This dynamic underworld influences the shapes and depths of subglacial valleys and basins detected by satellites, revealing a secret labyrinth forged by the convergence of heat, pressure, and ice flow. Such geological activities contribute to the formation of geomorphic features that can appear unnervingly similar to human-made structures. Long, straight ridges, flat terraces, and regular polygonal shapes can emerge through natural erosion, frost wedging, and sediment deposition. These results remind us that nature can sculpt with precision and complexity, producing shapes that inspire both wonder and caution in interpretation. Snow accumulation and melting cycles shape the surface and subsurface ice textures, introducing further complexity. Patterns of ice formation and melting can create fractures, ridges, and ice caves that subtly mirror human geometry. Satellite images that detect reflected radar signals must be carefully analyzed to differentiate between these ice dynamics and potential archaeological features, a task requiring expertise and nuanced interpretation. Seismic activity beneath Greenland also contributes to landscape evolution. Earthquakes and tectonic movements cause shifts and cracks in the Earth's crust, affecting ice sheet stability and topography. These movements may generate patterns on radar scans that could mimic walls or foundations but result purely from geological stress and displacement. Understanding these seismic fingerprints is key to decoding Greenland's hidden map. Sediment transport and deposition under glacier add further intricacy. Sediments moved by ice scouring accumulate in subglacial lakes and valleys, influencing the shapes and surfaces seen in radar imagery. These geological deposits, layered through time, serve as archives preserving histories of climatic shifts and ice dynamics, a record recorded in stone and sediment beneath the ever-moving ice. The folding and faulting of rock layers, products of tectonic pressures, recreate intricate landscapes beneath Greenland. Folded strata create arcs and bends visible in radar data, occasionally aligning in forms reminiscent of man-made walls or enclosures. These geological sculptures showcase the power of Earth's internal forces to mimic precision natural art that invites both admiration and careful interpretation. Hydrogeological processes further interplay beneath the ice, with melting and refreezing cycles sculpting subterranean landscapes. Seasonal fluctuations in temperature cause expansions and contractions in ice layers, influencing water flow patterns and sediment layering. These rhythmic environmental changes produce complex radar signals and contribute to Greenland's dynamic buried terrain. Glaciologists studying ice dynamics emphasize the importance of understanding these natural processes before attributing features to human activity. The interaction between ice and bedrock involves feedback mechanisms where the ice sheet's weight influences the Earth's surface, which in turn affects how ice flows and settles. This interconnectedness creates diverse landforms that can appear as both chaotic and orderly. One of the greatest challenges is parsing out ancient erosion patterns from more recent geological activity. Ice sheets over millennia have advanced and retreated multiple times, reshaping the land repeatedly. As a result, older geological features may be overlaid or distorted by newer ice movements, complicating efforts to discern chronological sequences and origins of radar-imaged forms. The concept of polygenetic landforms is relevant here. Features produced by multiple processes over different time periods. A ridge, for example, may initially form due to volcanic activity, then be modified by glacial erosion and later shaped by freeze-thaw cycles. This overlapping genesis contributes to the complexity and visual ambiguity of many structures discovered under Greenland's ice. These geological realities provide essential context when interpreting satellite data. Patterns once thought to be artificial might be products of layered natural events, each era leaving its signature beneath the ice. The key is to use geology as a guide for understanding mysterious shapes, discerning where nature's hand ends, and human influence, if any, might begin. Innovative methods combine radar data with geological fieldwork and computer simulations to test hypotheses about these formations. Models simulating ice flow and bedrock erosion help reconstruct past landscapes, highlighting how distinct features evolved. This interdisciplinary approach blends remote sensing with hands-on geology, advancing knowledge of Greenland's deep-time environmental history. The articulation of these geological processes opens space for a balanced view, one that recognizes the extraordinary power of nature and remains open to the tantalizing possibility of ancient human presence. The duality of Greenland's hidden world, where Earth's raw force competes with subtle human traces, creates a rich, layered narrative full of tension and wonder. While nature's hand is indisputably dominant, researchers acknowledge that even the faintest signs of human intervention would transform our understanding of history. The challenge lies in detecting these subtle traces amidst overwhelming geological complexity. Technology advances, such as high-resolution imaging and improved radar processing, hold promise in isolating archaeological signatures from natural formations. In this endeavor, science moves with deliberation and humility, acknowledging the vastness and ambiguity of Greenland's frozen archive. Findings are scrutinized, re-examined, and debated within the scientific community, ensuring that narratives emerging from the ice are grounded in evidence while remaining open to discovery. Natural geological formations are not mere obstacles but vital components of a comprehensive story. They enrich the scientific narrative, illustrating the planet's dynamic history and the complexities of interpreting data. They invite a deeper respect for Earth's creative power and for the processes that sculpt landscapes beyond human reach or control. With each advance in understanding these natural processes, the line between natural and artificial becomes clearer yet more fascinating. Features previously dismissed as random glitches in radar imagery gain new significance when layered within geological histories. The deeper we look, the more intricate the interaction between ice, rock, and potential human activity appears. As Greenland's ice sheet continues to melt in a warming world, geological processes are reshaped in real time. Melting exposes hidden valleys and bedrock structures, offering unprecedented access along with new challenges. This thawing landscape demands careful stewardship to preserve fragile geological and possibly archaeological records embedded in ice and sediment. The evolving landscape underscores the urgency of research. Time is pressing as climate change accelerates ice loss. Scientists race to document and understand Greenland's hidden world before it alters irrevocably. This intersection of urgency and discovery imbues Greenland's geological story with both drama and a call for human responsibility. In the midst of this unfolding geological spectacle, Greenland stands as a testament to Earth's enduring cycles of destruction and creation. Its hidden structures are symbols of time's passing and nature's relentless creativity, laid beneath ice that is both a veil and a guardian of ancient secrets. This geological framework grounds Greenland's mysterious shapes and forms in a natural narrative, offering a foundation from which to explore further questions about human history, climate, and environmental change. It invites patient inquiry, reminding us that beneath every point on a map lies a history written by forces greater than ourselves. In embracing this balance between geology and archaeology, we deepen our appreciation of Greenland's multifaceted identity. It is a land shaped by volcanic fire and glacial silence, by ice's crushing weight and the delicate flow of subterranean rivers. Within this land, stories of Earth and humanity intersect in shadows beneath layers of frost. The adventure of discovery continues as scientists peer beneath the ice with ever-increasing clarity and tools. Greenland's geological canvas, rich with detail and complexity, provides the stage for a narrative that spans epochs and disciplines. It teaches us to listen with patience, observe with care, and honor the deep time etched beneath the white expanse. Thus, Greenland reveals itself as a realm where natural forces compose grand yet subtle symphonies, and where mystery thrives within the intricate patterns of stone and ice. It invites us to walk softly into the quiet depths, to wonder at Earth's ancient artistry, and to hold our breath for the secrets still waiting beneath the frozen veil. The mysteries beneath Greenland's ice find echoes across the world's polar regions, hinting at a global pattern of hidden landscapes shaped by ice and time. In Antarctica, the frozen continent to the south, similar technologies reveal vast subglacial lakes, mountain ranges, and enigmatic pyramid-like structures buried beneath kilometers of ice. These discoveries not only amplify the intrigue surrounding Greenland's hidden features but also connect polar science to a broader narrative of Earth's concealed past. Antarctica's Lake Vostok, one of the largest subglacial lakes, lies beneath nearly 4 kilometers of ice, a liquid reservoir isolated for millions of years. This hidden lake is a frontier for understanding life's resilience, as its waters may harbor microbial ecosystems adapted to extreme cold and darkness, potentially resembling environments on other icy worlds beyond Earth. The study of Vostok enriches our appreciation for the complexity hidden beneath ice sheets globally, including the vastness of Greenland's buried lakes and rivers. Beyond the lakes, satellite and radar mapping of Antarctica has unveiled distinct triangular features, prompting debates over their origins. Some speculate these pyramid-like forms might be natural peaks protruding through the ice, while others allow possibility for more extraordinary explanations. The similarity in geometric formation to certain shapes revealed under Greenland's ice invites parallels and comparative studies, fostering interdisciplinary exploration between the poles. The Canadian Arctic adds another layer to this global picture, offering evidence of buried settlements discovered through remote sensing technologies. These ancient communities, now hidden under ice or tundra, reveal how humans adapted to extreme northern environments long before modern times. The presence of such sites in multiple Arctic locations underscores the likelihood that northern ice-covered regions hold rich archaeological records awaiting discovery. These global parallels expand the context for understanding Greenland's hidden structures, suggesting the ice beneath may conceal not isolated anomalies but parts of a broader story about human history and environmental change in polar areas. They urge us to view Greenland not as an isolated enigma but as a crucial node in a network of ancient sites shaped by ice and human occupation across northern and southern hemispheres. Drawing connections across polar research helps refine our approach to Greenland, encouraging comparisons of geological formations, climate histories, and potential archaeological evidence. Lessons learned at one pole can inform methodologies and hypotheses at another, accelerating discoveries and building a more comprehensive picture of Earth's cryosphere and its hidden contents. The integration of satellite data from disparate polar regions creates a shared repository of knowledge, uniting researchers from various disciplines and countries. This collaboration fosters the development of new technologies and analytic techniques, such as enhanced radar signal processing, 3D subsurface modeling, and artificial intelligence-driven anomaly detection, all essential to parsing the complex landscapes beneath ice sheets. By studying these icy frontiers together, scientists gain insights into common mechanisms shaping polar environments: glaciation dynamics, subglacial hydrology, geothermal activity that shapes subterranean terrain in ways that might mimic human influence. This global perspective provides a critical baseline for differentiating natural formations from potential archaeological remains in Greenland and beyond. The recurring presence of subglacial lakes presents a tantalizing curiosity worldwide. These lakes provide stable water reservoirs beneath ice, isolated from the surface, and maintain ecosystems that have adapted to extreme conditions. Scientists explore these environments to understand life on Earth and to draw analogies with other icy celestial bodies, such as Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Enceladus, where subsurface oceans might harbor life. Such astrobiological connections elevate Greenland's and Antarctica's hidden formations beyond Earth-centric interest, positioning them as analogues for understanding life's potential across the solar system. This perspective expands the significance of studying buried polar landscapes, bridging Earth science with the quest for extraterrestrial life and emphasizing the universal importance of ice-covered habitats. The Arctic's buried settlements reflect human journeys marked by adaptation and persistence. These archaeological remains, often fragile and scattered beneath shifting ice and permafrost, narrate stories of resilience in the face of climatic challenges. Discoveries in the Canadian Arctic reveal how indigenous peoples crafted lives in synchrony with their environments, leaving subtle yet enduring marks that enrich the broader narrative of Arctic human history. Comparisons between Greenland and other Arctic sites highlight variations and commonalities in settlement patterns, resource use, and cultural evolution. These studies contribute to a nuanced understanding of human migration, technology diffusion, and survival strategies throughout polar regions. They also underscore how environmental changes, particularly the advance and retreat of ice, profoundly influenced human decisions and movements. Examining Greenland within this network not only enriches Arctic archaeology but also opens new avenues for understanding past climate change impacts on human societies. The ice beneath Greenland acts as a dynamic archive, capturing moments of environmental stress and adaptation, potentially preserving evidence of population movements, cultural transitions, and responses to shifting ecological conditions. The combined study of polar regions becomes increasingly vital as climate change accelerates ice loss and environmental transformation. Melting ice exposes previously hidden landforms, ecosystems, and archaeological sites, offering unique opportunities and threats. Rapid changes challenge researchers to act swiftly, balancing urgency with precision to document and protect these invaluable records of Earth's past. Technological advancements enable detailed mapping of rapidly changing landscapes, tracking meltwater pathways, ice sheet dynamics, and sediment exposure. These tools help forecast future changes, informing conservation strategies and guiding exploration of newly accessible regions. Through this work, the global scientific community strengthens its ability to safeguard polar heritage and deepen understanding of climate feedback mechanisms. The interconnectedness of Greenland, Antarctica, and the wider Arctic redefines how we perceive frozen landscapes not as static backdrops but as active participants in Earth's story. These regions influence global climate systems, carbon cycles, and ocean circulation, reinforcing their significance beyond local geography. Studying their hidden structures provides insights into planetary functions at multiple scales from microscopic life to climate regulation. This holistic perspective invites us to consider humanity's place within these vast and ancient systems. Our species has long interacted with polar environments, adapting to extremes and shaping cultural narratives. Greenland's hidden structures, viewed alongside global counterparts, symbolize humanity's enduring relationship with ice, marked by curiosity, resilience, and transformation. As the scientific narrative expands, so does the importance of fostering collaborations that respect diverse knowledge systems. Indigenous communities possess rich cultural understandings of polar lands, grounded in centuries of observation and experience. Their involvement enhances research authenticity and ensures that discoveries honor local histories and values. Incorporating traditional knowledge alongside modern science enriches the interpretive frameworks applied to polar landscapes, creating a dialogue that bridges past and present, Western science and indigenous wisdom. This integrative approach fosters more nuanced interpretations of Greenland's hidden forms and the broader polar context. The global focus on hidden polar landscapes is driving innovation in exploration and analysis. From satellite constellations orbiting Earth to autonomous underwater drones navigating subglacial lakes, technology propels discovery deeper than ever before. These tools promise to unlock new chapters in Earth's history, revealing ecological, geological, and cultural secrets buried beneath ice for millennia. This surge in knowledge has inspired new generations of polar scientists, blending disciplines from glaciology to archaeology to microbiology. They bring fresh perspectives and techniques, driven by a shared desire to understand these remote, fascinating worlds. Greenland's hidden structures, alongside global polar mysteries, thus become a focal point for interdisciplinary learning and discovery. The stories emerging from these investigations reshape long-held assumptions about how humans and nature interact in extreme environments. They reveal adaptability, innovation, and a complex relationship with landscapes often perceived as hostile or barren. The polar region's hidden histories underscore life's tenacity amidst profound environmental challenges. As we weave Greenland's frozen secrets into this broader polar tapestry, we join a global narrative of exploration, resilience, and profound beauty. Each new finding adds a stitch to a vast, interconnected fabric, stretching from the Arctic's icy fjords to Antarctica's hidden lakes. This fabric tells a story of Earth's past and future, inviting quiet wonder and respectful inquiry. In embracing Greenland's place within this network of polar mysteries, we affirm the importance of curiosity and care. The lands beneath the ice are not silent voids but vibrant landscapes of discovery, memory, and ongoing change. They hold within them the potential to teach us about our planet, our history, and ourselves. The unfolding journey beneath Greenland's ice is part of this larger voyage of understanding, a voyage that spans continents and climates, spanning the poles and touching the edges of human knowledge. It invites us to move gently forward, balancing awe and science, imagination and evidence, in pursuit of truths hidden beneath ice and time. With each radar pulse and satellite image, the boundaries of our knowledge extend further, revealing worlds that challenge and inspire. Greenland's hidden structures, viewed in the light of global polar discoveries, become beacons guiding us into a future where science, culture, and environment coexist in harmony. And so, the frozen North and South, the Arctic and Antarctic, stand as twin guardians of Earth's secrets. Their icebound mysteries beckon us onward, inviting soft footsteps into an ancient landscape where the past lies waiting to be dreamt, explored, and understood. In this journey, we find not only knowledge but also a quiet reverence for the silent worlds beneath the ice. As the glacier of Greenland slowly melts under the warmth of a changing climate, the frozen curtain that has long concealed its hidden landscapes begins to lift. This gradual revelation opens new horizons of exploration and discovery, offering unprecedented access to ancient valleys, hidden lakes, and enigmatic structures. The retreating ice acts not just as a physical unveiling but as an invitation to witness Earth's deep history emerging from the grasp of time and frost. The melting ice creates both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, newly exposed terrains offer fresh grounds for archaeological, geological, and biological exploration. Early surveys in retreat zones have uncovered fossils, ancient soil layers, and possible artifacts preserved beneath millennia of ice. These finds promise to fill gaps in Greenland's story, connecting the dots between climate shifts, human migration, and ecosystem dynamics. On the other hand, this exposure is fragile. As ice melts, landscapes are prone to rapid degradation through erosion, weathering, and human disturbance. Delicate archaeological contexts risk destruction without immediate preservation efforts. This reality injects urgency into research, demanding rapid response teams, systematic mapping, and collaborative stewardship to document and protect Greenland's newly visible treasures. Advances in remote sensing and aerial surveying have revolutionized the ability to monitor these changing environments. Drones equipped with high-resolution cameras and lidar systems traverse retreating ice margins, creating detailed maps of emerging terrain. These tools detect subtle surface features invisible to satellites and provide critical data to guide ground expeditions, enhancing safety and efficiency in Greenland's rugged and remote regions. Scientific teams now coordinate multidisciplinary field missions that blend geology, archaeology, biology, and climate science. These synergistic efforts maximize knowledge gain during brief field seasons, gathering sediment samples, mapping geological features, and documenting potential cultural remains. Each expedition is a step toward reconstructing an integrated picture of Greenland's past, shaped by ice, life, and human activity. Emerging technologies also include autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, designed to explore hidden lakes and waterways beneath ice shelves. These robotic explorers probe dark, cold waters inaccessible to humans, capturing images and samples from pristine environments that may hold clues to ancient life and geochemical processes. These missions expand the frontiers of exploration, illuminating shadowy realms that connect Greenland's ice with broader planetary science. The retreat of Greenland's ice also provides poignant lessons in climate change. As ancient ice melts, it releases centuries or millennia of trapped greenhouse gases and organic material, influencing atmospheric composition. Understanding these feedback mechanisms helps scientists model future climate scenarios, emphasizing Greenland's pivotal role in global environmental systems. As the ice unravels, the landscapes beneath are not only revealed but transformed. Meltwater flows reshape valleys, trigger landslides, and deposit sediments anew. These dynamic processes interact with buried archaeological remains, creating complex preservation contexts that require novel approaches for interpretation and protection. One of the most anticipated aspects of Greenland's ice retreat is the potential discovery of long-hidden archaeological sites. Ancient tools, dwellings, or burial sites may surface or become accessible through drilling, offering direct evidence of human habitation or activity lost beneath ice for millennia. Each find has the potential to rewrite portions of the human story in the Arctic, shedding light on migration, survival, and adaptation. The international scientific community recognizes the importance of these opportunities and collaborates through initiatives focused on rapid response and ethical exploration. Agreements emphasize respect for indigenous communities, environmental protection, and transparent sharing of knowledge to ensure discoveries benefit all stakeholders and contribute meaningfully to global understanding. The future of Greenland's exploration thus hinges on balancing eager inquiry with careful stewardship. As we peer more deeply into this newly exposed world, we must also acknowledge the responsibility that comes with unveiling frozen heritage and obligation to preserve, learn from, and protect these landscapes amid accelerating environmental change. Alongside scientific endeavors, Greenland's melting ice has significant geopolitical and social implications. The opening of new waterways and exposure of natural resources may increase human footprint, necessitating frameworks for sustainable management that respect indigenous rights and environmental thresholds. This complex interplay shapes how Greenland's future unfolds, intertwining discovery with ethics. Education and public engagement play critical roles in this evolving story. Sharing Greenland's scientific advances and cultural narratives fosters global awareness and appreciation, building support for conservation and research. Innovative outreach through documentaries, virtual reality, and interactive platforms makes the island's secrets accessible and meaningful to audiences worldwide. The allure of future discoveries beneath Greenland's thawing ice captivates not only scientists but dreamers and storytellers. It stirs the imagination to envision ancient peoples navigating lush landscapes long hidden, ecosystems thriving beneath frozen skies, and geological forces sculpting a world frozen and reawakened over epochs. This vision inspires continued exploration tempered by wonder and respect. As we devise new tools and missions, from precision satellite arrays to subterranean robots, we expand humanity's reach into the last great frontiers on Earth. Greenland represents both an ancient archive and a future laboratory, where breakthroughs in knowledge, technology, and cooperation promise to deepen our connection to the planet and its history. Looking forward, the pace of discovery is likely to accelerate. More sophisticated data integration, artificial intelligence, and international collaboration will unlock patterns and stories that remain obscure today. Greenland's melting ice thus becomes a catalyst for innovation, scientific progress, and reconsideration of our place within an ever-changing Earth system. While the future presents promise, it also challenges us to reflect on broader themes: how humanity relates to fragile polar environments, the ethics of exploration, and the need for intergenerational responsibility. Greenland's secrets remind us that knowledge and stewardship must go hand in hand, ensuring the preservation of heritage for those yet to come. These reflections place Greenland's unfolding narrative within a global context of environmental concern and hope. Its hidden landscapes, once locked beneath ice, stand as silent witnesses to Earth's deep past and evolving future, inviting us all to participate thoughtfully in their ongoing story. The gradual melting and revealed terrain teach us about resilience and vulnerability on planetary scales, emphasizing interconnectedness between climate, ecosystems, and human cultures. Greenland's thawing ice becomes a living classroom, offering lessons about adaptation, consequences, and the possibilities of renewal. With every meter of receding ice, new mysteries emerge: landscapes shaped by fire and frost, signs of life preserved in frozen soil, and perhaps traces of civilizations forgotten. These revelations draw us into an expanding story, a soft whisper from beneath the ice encouraging exploration that is both gentle and profound. As humanity steps into this era of discovery, Greenland offers a reminder of nature's grandeur and subtlety. The frozen archive beneath the ice holds not only knowledge but also the responsibility to protect, understand, and honor the legacy of our planet, a legacy now partially revealed and charged with the promise of new understanding. This ongoing journey beneath Greenland's melting ice invites us to dream gently while awakening curiosity, to move forward carefully yet boldly, and to listen patiently to the stories Earth and ice have preserved for countless ages. It is a journey where science, culture, and environment converge, carrying us softly into tomorrow's mysteries. The unveiling of Greenland's hidden landscapes underscores the dynamic relationship between climate and history. It is a reminder that Earth's past is encoded in its environment and that uncovering these records offers profound insights into adaptation, change, and continuity. Greenland emerges as a symbol of this enduring connection, bridging epochs and human experience. With thoughtful collaboration and advancing technology, the vast frozen world beneath Greenland's surface will yield its stories. These revelations, unfolding in quiet persistence, promise to enrich our understanding of geological processes, ancient life, and the resilience of human cultures amid shifting climates. The patience of glacier and the curiosity of humankind weave together, revealing Greenland's hidden world layer by layer. This delicate dance between ice and inquiry offers a profound narrative of discovery, inviting us to listen deeply and dream softly as we journey toward the truths concealed beneath the cold embrace of time. As new chapters unfold, Greenland stands as a testament to Earth's enduring mysteries, the landscapes shaped by millennia of glacial grace and the unknown stories waiting to be told. With open hearts and minds, we prepare to welcome these revelations, joining a timeless conversation between past and future beneath the ever-thinning ice. As our journey beneath Greenland's ice draws to a close, it leaves us suspended between the realms of myth and science, wonder and understanding. This vast frozen expanse, a silent and patient keeper of hidden stories, gently invites us to reflect on the delicate balance between nature's mastery and humanity's quest for knowledge. Its mysteries, partially unveiled yet still veiled in shadow, beckon us into an endless dance of discovery and imagination. Greenland's icy depths are far more than frozen silence, they are the echoes of ancient lives, the footprints of distant civilizations, and the slow pulse of geological time. The hidden structures, rivers, lakes, and valleys revealed through satellites and the patient work of scientists stand as testaments to a world both harsh and alive, a world where nature and humanity have intertwined their legacies beneath layers of frost. Perhaps the greatest wonder lies in Greenland's ability to hold these secrets so quietly, so gently, even as the world above shifts and changes. Its ice sheet acts as a vast archive, preserving the stories of epochs long past and waiting for patient listeners to piece together the whispers. Each revelation is a step deeper into the icy heart of history, a point of connection between generations separated by time but joined in curiosity. This journey evokes an awareness that our knowledge of Earth is continually growing and evolving. What once seemed desolate and impenetrable transforms into a dynamic landscape rich with life, history, and possibility. Greenland teaches us humility through its vastness, patience through its slow processes, and hope through its emerging secrets, reminding us that even the coldest silence carries a story. We stand at a threshold, a moment in time when technology and human curiosity converge to unlock worlds previously hidden beneath ice sheets for millennia. Yet, this unveiling is also a call to responsibility, urging us to tread lightly, to respect the forgotten histories, and to preserve these fragile treasures for those who will follow. The stewardship of Greenland's frozen legacy becomes a collective act of care and wonder. The intertwining of satellite discoveries with oral traditions enriches our understanding, creating a story shaped equally by data and human memory. These narratives, both scientific and cultural, invite us to see Greenland not only as a landscape of stones and ice but as a place resonant with life, spirit, and history. It is within this blend that the full beauty of Greenland's hidden world emerges. As climates warm and glacier retreat, the pace of discovery quickens. The ancient ice that once locked away Greenland's secrets is now gently yielding them to those who listen with open minds and steady hands. Each new finding invites us to reconsider not only Earth's past but also our present role in a shifting world, guiding us toward deeper understanding and respect for our shared environment. Greenland's story is also a story of human resilience and adaptation. From the earliest possible inhabitants navigating changing climates to the Norse scholars and Inuit storytellers who walked its shores and passed tales across generations, this land is steeped in history shaped by endurance and innovation. It teaches us that survival is intertwined with respect for nature's rhythms and the wisdom of listening. This shared journey beneath the ice concludes not with an ending, but with an opening, an invitation to continued exploration, thoughtfulness, and dreamlike curiosity. The frozen landscapes beneath Greenland offer both answers and mysteries, urging us gently onward toward profound truths about our world, our history, and our place within the great unfolding of time. As you drift into sleep tonight, may these stories of ice-covered valleys, hidden lakes, and ancient mysteries accompany you softly into the realm of dreams. May your mind wander among silent glacier and shadowy structures, finding rest in the quiet embrace of a world both frozen and alive with stories waiting to be told. Thank you for joining this journey beneath the ice, exploring Greenland's hidden realms with patience and wonder. May the calm reverie of this documentary continue to inspire gentle curiosity and peace, carrying you through restful nights and awakening new dreams of discovery. Until we meet again for the next story, may your nights be deep, your dreams rich, and your heart open to the silent mysteries waiting just beneath the surface of our vast and wondrous planet. Good night, and sleep well.